Good morning, top of the morning to you. Last night was a night of semi-luxury and it was absolutely fantastic. I say that because I paid for the caravan site and it's at the foothills of, no one's quite sure, the locals don't seem to be knowing the name of these hills. Not important, but certainly beautiful. But this night of luxury I had the air conditioning running most of the night, so it was just absolutely heaven. And in a few hours I check into Las Vegas, where I'll be in luxury. I'll be staying in one of the big ticket hotels there, and it's right in the middle of the strip, so that's pretty exciting to think toward. So yeah, I'm just finalising my preparations to get out of here. I'm 2 hours out of Las Vegas and everything seems to be okay. Less than 2 hours I'll be cruising down the Las Vegas Strip, so that'll be exciting. But for now, let's head off to down the highway. All bolted up, fueled up, ready to go. Let's go. Would you like some cold water?
I have ice on something, so.
You okay?
Yes. Yes.
Lawyers, realtors. About half an hour out of Las Vegas. If you look really hard, you'll see Las Vegas in the distance. Gun show. Woohoo! This is an 8-lane highway just coming out of a town. Still headed about 20 miles from Las Vegas. In downtown Las Vegas. Now if you decide like me to do your own thing, so basically what I've done is I found the Link car park, because the RV is too tall to get into a lot of the other car parks. Generally you'll be paying about $20 to $25 a day to park your car no matter where you are. And as I say, because the Link car park is outside, my RV height's not a problem, so that's great. And once you arrive there you will see the big Ferris wheel slightly on the right. If you actually manage to get there and walk, there's like an outside arcade. You can walk up there and you can walk into the Flamingo if you're staying there, or the other way you can just walk out of this car park, turn left, then turn right, and you'll walk actually into where all the valets are parking the cars and the taxis. So that'll give you some idea of what happens when you get here and you park your vehicle and you find your hotel. Hotels, Flamingo, Link, Planet Hollywood down there, across the road the Bellagio. So I'm basically on the Strip, which is one of the really exciting places to be. All I can say is I must look Mr. Poverty City. So I'll be walking into the hotel with a bag, like a shopping bag, and my camera case and the tripod. Anywho, That's just the way it is. At least I've got the RV parked for a fee, so maybe I can negotiate that some way. And I've no idea where the hotel is, but it'll be around here somewhere, and I should be able to Google it, should be able to find the map. It's very different to what I thought it would be. I don't know why, but I just sort of thought it was going to be driving out of the desert, a strip of lots of hotels, all razzle-dazzle, and nothing around it. But I've been over to pick up some stuff from Amazon and some other stuff that was being delivered. I've got them now, which is great. But yeah, just very surprised. And to get those little things took me about half an hour to 40 minutes just driving around the towns, because I didn't realise that Las Vegas, yeah, the strip is here, but then Las Vegas has expanded so much over the years. Anywho, let's go and book in and say, "Ooh, you scum, what do you want? I'm booked in here for 3 nights. Oh, waiter, have him removed." At least I'm not arriving with a shopping cart. That helps a bit. I think it must be pretty close. That's not an optical illusion, that is that far away. This room definitely warrants a bit of a look. It's actually a suite. Well, it's the end of the day. I'm just about to see what's on the idiot box, and I'm having myself a quiet beer. This is what we used to get in Australia, but you can't get anymore, I don't think. Maybe we had VB, but that should just about put me to sleep. Cheers. Here's a quick topic, security. Now I did feel safe walking on the streets at night, though I wouldn't be going real late, like probably past midnight, only because I never saw any police walking up and down the strip. I never saw any private security walking up and down the street. Not that they weren't there, it's just that I've got to say that the absolute bulk of people, there were literally hundreds. Every minute I was on the strip, there was hundreds and hundreds of people. Now, in the event that you had your camera stolen or some sort of an incident like that, I'm sure the local tourists would help out. But an interesting thing, and there was certainly a handful of cameras. So how they deal with security, I'm not sure. In the whole time I was in Las Vegas, I saw 3 police cars, and that's about it. So that's security for you. But I must say, I did feel safe. And I was walking around with some pretty valuable camera equipment pretty much at all times. There's a little trick going around in the socials at the moment that when you're checking in, if you take out a $20 US dollar and place it on the counter while you're checking in and ask the general question, is there any chances of an upgrade? Apparently a lot of the times they will give you an upgrade in most hotels, allegedly. And the other thing is if they can't find any upgrades, they'll just say, keep $20. So that's something to consider. However, I didn't present $20, not because I'm tight, it's just that I decided to talk about the YouTube and my channel, and with that somehow I managed to get this unbelievably fabulous upgrade into a suite on almost the top floor of Flamingo. So late checkouts, yes, you can ask for a late checkout, and if it's possible and the room's not being used and they've got time to manage around it, it is possible. But as it is for everything in Las Vegas, you pay. How much, I don't know. BTW. When you're checking out, it's probably not a bad idea at this particular hotel. It's possible online to do an express checkout. And what happens is before you click I'm done, they will actually send you an itemised invoice. So if you had any dramas, you could always race downstairs and sort it out. If you don't do the express checkout, it might take half an hour to 45 minutes to check out, same as you did to check in. So an express might not be a bad idea. You will have figured out by now that my win wasn't on the tables, was the fact that I got the upgrade into the absolute luxury of a suite up in the penthouse. So look, wasn't trying to be deceitful. As you can see by now, my big win wasn't on the tables or the roulette wheel or any of that. It was the fact that I was upgraded to a suite, which was absolutely outstanding. That was just a thrill for me. And they do give you a $10 voucher right at the beginning. I never used that at all. just because I knew that once I got on, I got the bug, I'd probably go a little bit more and it could end up easily losing $100, and I'm just not in the mood to be doing that. But to me, as I say, it was a real nice win. Absolute luxury up in the penthouse. There is so much to talk about, but almost everywhere in Vegas, understandably, there's music in the background, and I can't have that music in the background just because of copyright. One of the things that's worth mentioning is they give you a little card here in this particular hotel. They probably do everywhere, and that gives you the right to open up your door, and also when you get in the lift at the ground level, you click it and you go up to the floor. Probably 70% of the time this never works, so that's a little frustration. Anywho, as I said, there's a lot to talk about, so I'm just packing up, calling it a day, and preparing for poverty, basically. Let's go. There's a couple of critical things you're worth knowing if you're going to do it yourself and organise your own accommodation in Las Vegas. So why did I end up at the Flamingo? Well, first of all, when you're searching, they're all around about the same price. Sometimes they're a bit more expensive. The one I nearly went to had free parking. But what I didn't realise, and I eventually worked it out, that free parking is okay if you've got a car, but you're in a big car park, like in an underground car park, so free parking wouldn't have been any good to me anyway. The other thing is that particular place I didn't end up going to anyway, but that was a fair way along the strip. That was the next criteria I used. I looked at the map when I was searching, and each one of them said how the distance it was from the strip. So Flamingo was 0.3 miles, which is pretty jolly close, whereas others were up to one and a half to almost 2 miles from the strip. And I wanted to be right in the action, so that was a big criteria. That was a big criteria for me as well. The watch out when you do book it. What happens is they'll take the deposit, and they usually, I think from memory, they took the deposit for 1 day rental. That's fine, and the rest has to be paid when you get to the hotel, and that's fine. But every day you stay at almost every one of those places, you have to pay what they call a resort tax, and that's usually about $50 a day. So don't think, oh wow, $27 a day, that is so cheap. You need to add the resort payment on that, plus there's tax on everything in Vegas, so that's understandable as well. So just watch out for those couple of things. Now, if you found the video helpful, useful and or entertaining, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do soon. And if you think the video is worth sharing, please share it as well. And until next time, this is Paul Wheel Drive, signing off.